Hello and welcome to this short video. I was just sitting in my office. As you can see, this is my office where I conduct a lot of my readings and things of that nature. And I was wanting to share with you guys something really cool. I have now completely finished the designs for the third edition of the Goliath tarot deck. For those of you that don't know, I am an artist and an author, and I created a tarot card deck which I worked on for 3 years to create back in 2018. It was a self-published deck that went on to sell a lot of copies. It was also recognized in occult museums, and at one stage was the highest selling deck on Amazon. And so I did release a second edition a few years later, which was during the COVID times. And I had a really amazing response. I've always sold out all of my copies of the deck every time. And a few years have gone by, and I thought, I would let this side of me go, but it's just seeming by popular demand. People still ask me about the deck and ask me, would you consider doing a third edition? So after all of the asking and nagging and emails and questions, I decided, well, why not? Sure. So this time round, it is going to be a bit different. I am going to be creating the deck a bit smaller, so it will be easier for people to shuffle. And the cardstock will be thinner, so it helps to hold it in the hand, kind of like a pocket size version. I decided to change the font as well, so it's a completely different font. It's very kind of me, it's very occult based. I really enjoy this font, and I use it in a lot of my podcasts and videos here on YouTube and on my Instagram. And I decided to use the Strength card, which was one of my favorite cards in the deck, the Lion and the Cobra, as my main one, as the front of the box. So I got to kind of come back and say, what would I change if I wanted to change something? So I always like the traditional kind of pack of cards, like a very, like a pack of cards that you would play poker with or some kind of game with. And I thought I want to do a version like that that's a bit bigger than a pocket version, but still packs a punch. And so if you know, the deck is all animal based and it's all drawn by me. Yes, I'm the person that sat for 3 years drawing and writing this whole thing and creating this thing. And so it's all hand drawn in grey lead pencil, and it features 95 cards. Yes, I did add some new cards to the deck to give it kind of a bit of spice and a bit of flavor. So there are additional oracle cards that will still be included in the deck. And so I'm just sharing this with you. On the side of the box, you can see we've got, this is what a box looks like, obviously, before it's kind of pressed and printed. So we're going to have the death card spine and the crow head with the moth, all of these beautiful roses and flowers. It's very natural world. On the top of the box, we have the Venus flytraps, which I think looks really effective in a monochrome, at the top of the box with some flies. It's really kind of Goliath, like very beautiful and dark and witchy and cool. All of the backing here, we've got the devil card on the back as an example. So yes, the famous devil card, the white goat with the black snake. We've got the cobra in the hooded brother, the Empress card, the Hierophant, and just kind of rebooting it. On the side of the box, I've gone with the Hierophant. I always enjoyed like the turban with all of the eyes looking outwards. Really cool, the Master of Keys. So that's the box there. That's what it looks like before it gets printed. I just wanted to share this with you. And so the new measurements will be 64 mm by 89 mm. It will still have that creamy matte finish that is really cool to shuffle. It's got that nice feel to it, very well protected and laminated. So the quality will still definitely be there. and I'm going to share with you the backing of the deck. The new backing for my card deck is going to be an inverted flip of the Cobra hood. So you can see how tribal and witchy and cool is that. This is kind of the backing that I always kind of wanted. It will be reversible, so you can flip it around if you're doing reverse readings. So of course I've made it reversible, but it just feels very primal and nature-based and really embodies what the deck was really kind of the energy of the deck and what it was trying to communicate. So there won't be a guidebook included in this version. What I'm going to be doing is giving you guys the option. There'll be like a little kind of QR code or a reference to go to my website where you can just download the guidebook if you so choose, depending on your level of ability with the tarot card deck. If you choose to use the guidebook, then you can just go download it for free. That's fine. It'll just be in a PDF. But like, you know, the guidebook was epic. It was I think it was 86,000 words. It's a lot of pages. And so what I've decided to do to keep the cost as low as possible to produce and to, you know, resell when I go sell things, it's going to just be easier for people to afford. It's easier to make. The box will be smaller and like a, you know, card tuck box version. So yeah, it's really cool. If you're a tarot collector, this is something that is probably definitely up your alley. I will be doing pre-order sales for this product before I add it, you know, before it comes in stock. So what I'll be doing is doing pre-orders. And at the start, it might be one deck per order to start with, and then we'll work out, like, you know, you can put in an order for a couple of decks and things like that. So it will be shipping worldwide, and in Australia, for those that live in Australia, I will more than likely just ship the ones in Australia myself. So you'll be getting tracking. Everything is with tracking. You get the deck and you get to keep a really beautiful piece of my crazy ass, you know, artist mind in a different version. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I will be changing one of the major arcana cards. So one of them is going to be getting a revamp. So I will be sharing that with you, or maybe kind of keep it a surprise. But yes, one of the major arcana cards in the deck is going to be updated. So it's really interesting as an artist to like come back and be like, after all these years, I still am so humbled that it is still so sought after, and that I get the opportunity to revisit my work and change things that I wasn't happy with or wanted to update. So new card backing, new box, new font, and I love this font. It's very me. I use it a lot on my videos here on YouTube and on Instagram. It's very occult-like, and the line in the Cobra will be on the front of the box. So it will be a lot easier for people to put on their shelf and keep as a keepsake, because the second edition and the first edition was just so big and bulky. So this is kind of like a demo here of what it will look like. So there's a mock-up that I've made. I'm not sure if you can see there, but that's the mock-up. This is what it will look like. This is roughly around the size of what the deck will be. If you are on YouTube or if you are on TikTok and you'd like to do a review of the third edition, I love those Venus flytrap. Looks so cool. Then reach out to me if you'd like, and perhaps I can send you a sample copy when it's made for review.